Good evening, and thank you for joining us. No matter what phase your province or territory is in, Canadians are inching closer to their pre-pandemic way of life. But there have been many twists and turns along the way. At first, it was Ontario and Quebec representing the majority of confirmed cases of COVID-19, with BC leading the way and flattening the curve. Fast forward to today, and the picture looks a whole lot different. Here are two graphs. One shows BC's daily number of COVID-19 cases, the other Ontario's. Both illustrate the rise and fall of confirmed infections. But take a closer look. At the height of the pandemic in Ontario, April 24th, there were 640 new confirmed cases. On the same day in BC, there were just 72. As the weeks and months passed, in Ontario, the number of new infections slowly fell. And this week, the province reported its lowest number since March. But in BC, there's a whole new trajectory. On Wednesday, 85 new infections were reported, leading to a stark warning from the health minister.
I want to make it clear that this weekend, that if you have banquet halls where private party takes place, you will be seeing environmental health officers and people in public health. And it's our expectation that the limits on the number of people at parties will be in place this weekend everywhere in BC. And should it not be followed, inevitably, consequences must follow.
The majority of the cases are people under 40, and newly released modeling for British Columbia shows the province is trending toward a massive growth in new cases in September. The Premier is so concerned he publicly reached out to Canadian celebrities to get the message out. Sarah MacDonald has our top story tonight.
As the COVID-19 case count continues to creep up across BC, so too does demand at testing sites, where lineups are growing. The province, long considered a global leader in keeping the COVID curve in check.
And now it's creeping up again, and that is concerning. Right now, we are holding our own.
Recording one of its highest ever single-day case counts on Wednesday. Most of those new cases in patients younger than 40.
What you're seeing in Vancouver right now is reflected in the numbers that we've seen in the last little while, where there's been exposure events where larger numbers of people have been exposed.
Exposure events like the ones prompting warnings from health officials to the public and visitors to this Vancouver nightclub last week. During the same period of time, this footage was purportedly recorded inside the establishment, showing dancing and not a whole lot of physical distancing.
We need to work together to flatten the curve.
Along with enlisting hundreds of workers to increase contact tracing, provincial officials are also now directly appealing to homegrown celebrities.
If I'm being honest with myself, I probably should have just called 911.
To use their platforms and influence to fight not only crime, but COVID-19.
A call out to Deadpool right now. Ryan, we need your help up here. Get in touch with us. My number's on the internet. Seth Rogen, another outstanding British Columbian. We need to communicate with people who aren't hearing us.
Of even greater concern is many young adults may be hearing the message but not listening and becoming complacent, prioritizing partying over keeping the pandemic in check. Sarah MacDonald, Global News, Vancouver.